Okay, so now in this video we are going to explain to you how we are going to use the body whenever we're leading or following. Okay, sometimes what happens is that it can be a little bit tricky to understand or for the following part to understand what the guy is trying to do, okay, because sometimes he just leads you from the arms, okay, but sometimes maybe is the other way around, right? Maybe sometimes we want to lead something and then maybe the follower is not connected through the body. Okay, so then when we lead her or him or whatever, then you just feel the disconnected part, right? So we're gonna talk about this in this video. We are going to start by talking. We're gonna explain to you first. We're gonna try to explain to you what we're talking about on this, how we get disconnected, and how to fix it, right? So we're gonna talk about this specific topic about how to connect the arms through the body so we can lead or we can follow
with the body.
With the body, right? So it's more clear you're dancing. So
and more connected. Yeah,
yes.
More connected.
So if we start connecting, let's start from the very basics, right? So here, not basics, but I mean the basics of the connection or the how this works. If I start connecting here, right? And I lead her here, and something that we sometimes see on the dance floor is that we see some disconnection on the body part through the arms. So what I mean is this. Let's talk about the leading part for now, and then we're gonna transfer to what happened when you don't connect on the following part. So if I doing this basic here, right, and then I want to lead her, for example, an outside turn over my right shoulder. If I lead her, notice how I didn't bring her with my body, right? What I did is disconnect my arm, and then my arm is now not connected. I never let her know that I want her to travel. So I'm preparing my turn and everything to lead her to an outside turn or send her that way. But I never was connected, right? So if I dance in here and I try to lead this part right here, the way that I just explained, you see I'm already turning. She was not aware that I was about to lead her, right? And then at the end, you feel
Surprise.
just a pull, and then you try to lead her and try to compensate the part that you didn't lead,
Yeah.
okay? So how do you fix that? You're doing this from the basic right here, 6, 7, kung kung, 2, 3, kung kung, and now from the connection that we create actually is right here. From this part right here, notice right here, at this precise moment, not precise moment, but then this momentum that we create right here, now we start creating some more pressure on the hands. Okay, so this pressure or this connection that I create right now, probably you don't see it right now, but it's a feeling that you have to create here so she can respond back. Okay, so you're doing this, bam, bam, and start kind of creating a little bit of tension of connection on the arms, on the hands. And then when I turn my body here, I let her finish this 6, 7, and I turn my body. Now notice how my arm also moves as I move in my body. It means another thing, the opposite than leave my arm behind, it will be stay on the same position and just pull her with the arm, which again is another thing that we don't looking for, right? So what we're looking for is that we go with the arm, with the body together,
with the legs.
So now she can feel the connection, and then after this, then I can just lead her for the step. Okay, this happens. This is it happens very often on the dance floor, right? I will show you the way that we see on the dance floor sometimes here. So we try to fix right here. So this is just the pulling and then the turn, and you just pulling her arm, right? And then of course, even if she's connected, she's gonna lose the balance. You see what happened there? I just pull her by surprise. Instead, try to connect her here. Now connection, and follow her with my body. So we are connected through the whole thing, right? Again, right here, for example, right here, notice I start open, and notice how I transfer even my weight to move my body so she can come with me here too.
Yeah, so
Bam,
at this
bam,
point,
and
when he transfers his weight, I feel like such a connection of his body. And then we will talk about the following part, because I know some guys might be like, well, sometimes the girls aren't following, right? But in this situation where I am where I am following, and I have a good connection here, once Joel opens the door, and because again he says he's connected through the arm, he's also using the upper body, also his leg, I feel as a follower that entire connection, as if like he's a tree. Yeah, and then I'm like, okay, like I feel really I feel really connected where with no doubt in my head that I know what's going to be led, right? I'm not running for dear life just to catch up on the turn. Yeah, so hopefully that makes sense. It's every single part of the body that he weight transfers, that he's connected through the arm, that I feel like, okay, I know it's clear. He wants me to go forward without a doubt. And then when he's ready to turn me, I already have that power of myself being centered and him being centered. And then he can lead me to what's next.
Cool.
Yeah.
So now, what happens if I don't lead her with my entire body, and I just lead her either with the hand, or maybe I just forget about my hand? I just turn my body and I totally forget about her. I leave my hand behind, right? I already turn my body to do the leading. Probably I transfer the weight correctly, but now I don't have the connection through the arm. So what happened on the next step is that I will pull her, right? Only from the arm. So again, you want to be connected here. Bam, bam. Connection. You see it by the 6, 7, 8 start connecting. Like I said, you don't see it, but it's a feeling, and we're gonna talk about this in another tip. So please stay tuned. So we're gonna do this and resistance. And when I turn my body, whenever I move my body, notice how I bring her. Even we actually, it looks like we are going together because we
are one.
moving together. So we create the momentum here. Momentum, and lead her here. And now for the outside turn again. Pram pam and pram pam and pram pam. So here again, I will bring her back to the crossbar. To the crossing.
Connection.
And gung gung pram pam. Okay. Again, the opposite effect will be leading her with the arm only, which be only this, just a pull. Okay. Or forget about her right here, and then do the pulling. Yeah, so that's something that you have to play around with, and you have to start feeling the connection. How do you feel the connection? By connecting through the shoulders. You place your hands on your shoulders back, connected, and down, not up. You want to go down and connect, right? So what I mean connect, you can actually move your body, and you just feel how you can bring her forward to you, right? Yes, so you have to feel that connection. Instead, just moving the body and then don't bring the hand. That's like the easiest way that I can explain this. Okay, now we're gonna move into the ladies part. What happens when you are disconnected or you give too much energy on the hands? Okay, so
Yeah, so we probably gave it away in most of the beginning of the video, just because he was able to lead me because I was connected through the arms, right, which are connected to the body. So we always say, this is something we give tips a lot to our students, is we follow with the body, not with the arms, right? And how do I do that? I make sure the arms are connected to the body, because this is how he communicates with me, right? Well, this is how we communicate with each other, through the arms, yeah? This is how I know the direction, because we call this like our directional. But the only way I'm able to react to his direction is because I am connected from the arms through the back, okay? So I want to show you when I do that, right? A minute wants to lead me forward, I will lead, right? Follow. I will not lead. I will follow with the body, right? So the first step he takes me, whoom, right? I'm already here for the first step. And again, my weight transfer. Those are other tips that we'll talk about, but just so you know, I want him to feel that I'm ready for what he's going to lead me, so I follow with the body, yeah? And it's so much easier for him to give me a turn, because now he knows, okay, she's ready for the next lead, right? And that's the whole goal, that I'm ready for the next lead. So what happens if I am not connected? Yeah, what happens if I'm not connected through the arm? Two things, okay? The first thing, he's going to feel my arm. He's not going to feel a body. He's not going to feel he can lead something with substance, right? So he's more than likely, if the lead wants me to do something that he doesn't feel I'm doing, he will probably lead me stronger, which one can be a little bit, hurtful, or two, it creates me running after it, right? So it's kind of like he doesn't feel it, and then it's like, oh God, I have to go and just catch up what he's trying to do, okay? That's number one. Number two is that I can now disconnect from my directional, right? And then I can actually create my own direction, which once I just disconnect from the arm, you see how I'm going this way and then the lead's going this way? And I see this a lot on the dance floor. It's just when we're not connected from the arms to the back, the arm will just automatically, right, bring you one way and the body will just go in the opposite way. That, again, I'm going to end up losing where he wants to send me. So I'm just like this, and he's like, hey, I'm trying to turn you to the right, and you're going off to the left. Yeah? So those two main things is, one, he'll feel that he's leading an arm. Yes? Two, you're going to lose the direction. You're going to lose your directional and go in your own direction. Yeah?
Yes. And also we have to create a balance, right? Because, for example, also we don't want you to think that you have to dance like that, like super tight, and then, oh, I'm gonna lead her here super strong, right? It's not that, right? Because even if she opens the body a little bit when I lead her, for example, the same turn, which is an outside turn for her on my right shoulder. So what will happen here is that even if I lead her with the resistance, you see she opens a little bit. It's a 45 degrees maybe, right? Maybe 46. So right here with this resistance right here that she's giving me,
I know,
but
yeah.
she still follow me with the body, right? So she creates that that momentum that comes naturally with the body, right? And you see now she's moving. She opens to 45 degrees only, but she's not disconnected from my arm, so she's still allowed, or she can actually follow my arm and follow the direction that I want to send her, right? So it can be, for example, from here it can be a copa or a turn or something like that, or it can be something that actually from here I can do this, or I can use one second or it can be a regular outside turn here, right? So it's all depending on the beginning of that leading, but for example, let's just stay with the outside turn, this one here, outside turn. And she's following me with the whole body, and then when she finish, notice I connect again here with her, so I can go connected, right, with the body, so she can still feel the connection of my body. I can send her back and send her forward, and notice how I open my body. I open my body, I lead her forward, she also is connected to the body, and she's moving forward to finish the turn. Okay, so
yeah, so basically that difference is, again, either me overexerting, like we were saying in the beginning, whether I'm completely connected, but like Joelle said, yes, sometimes I will twist the body a little bit, right? It could be style preference, or it could just be the way that I follow, but I'm still connected through the back, because for me, even though I'm doing this, I still know which direction that I'm going, because I'm not completely misaligned, let's put it that way.
Yeah, and just to clarify the other part that we were doing, for example, if it's a copa, because the resistance that I create before, it will come from an open break, a mini open break that we call it. So that will be a totally different scenario, but just to give you a quick view of what it's going to look. She understood that I need to lead her here because she gave me the resistance from the connection, okay? If I just try to do an open break or whatever, right, and she's not connecting, then definitely we use leading only the arm, and this is what we try to prevent here on this tip, okay?
Try to prevent this or this, right? Just we have to make sure that we can understand each other and go, of course, according to our timing, but according to what we're trying to communicate with each other.
Yes. Yeah? Cool. So now we're going to show you a little bit with the music how it looks, okay? So we're going to just do it like 2 or 3 times, okay? And then after that, of course, we can just comment or anything, and we're gonna love to hear from you, okay? So now let's play some music a little bit, and then we can just try here together, okay? Bass. And 2, 3, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say we're relaxed, yeah, but we're connected.
Relaxed, yeah, doesn't mean that we are. I want you to feel the energy here, right? Versus, I invite her to connect with me. So right here, it's a feeling right here in the middle. Whenever I lead her forward, and right, bam, bam, 6 and see this and 6 and bring her with me. 6 and bam, 5, 6 and. Now the other thing on the other side, just to show you here, notice I transfer my weight too, okay? Transfer my weight and move my whole body so she can follow me. Let's try with music here. And bam. And here we go. And connection. Epa. Yes, never leave her behind, right? You want to bring her with you. And ladies, be aware, right? Be aware of the resistance of when he applies the resistance. By the way, we're gonna talk about this in another tip, so please stay tuned, okay? So how much resistance you need to lead or follow. So we're gonna do this again. Energy. Energy again, bring her forward. How it's gonna look if we don't create that connection, right? Maria's gonna release the arm, and you see how actually it looks here. Bam. I have to pull her, right? Because she was not reacting. It's like, oof, she's not moving. And I want to make this turn. It's like, whoa, I have to pull her, right? So we connect before, okay?
Some followers catch up, right? It's not that they don't catch up, but I guess the look and the feel is very different. Yeah, the look and the feel, where you're always connected or you're always running. Yeah?
Yeah, so start here again. Fa, wa, fa, bam. Bring her forward. Watch, it's a simple cross body lead. Epa. I bring her from my body again, right? And with this, I bring her from my body so she can feel that. Instead, just push her from the back. Okay, so I hope that this tip like you, and also you practicing, and please let us know in the comments, let us know if you like it. We will continue doing these tips for you, so please just let's keep in touch.